And we're live, yeah, because I forgot to push the countdown button, and this will take ages for people to come in now.
I thought I had a second to take a sip there, but no, I don't.
No, just don't die. Okay.
First impression your viewers are going to get of me is me drinking beer. There you fucking go.
What else impression do you have of me? Okay. Welcome everyone that's joining us or going to join us. Joined by a very special guest, true legend. Please introduce yourself and tell us everything about you.
Well, things I can tell you right now, things in the comment section is going to get a bit confusing when people ask questions to Thomas, because my name is Thomas. My last name, my surname actually is not Opent. A lot of people think it's Opent. My name is Thomas Hogendam. I'm from the Netherlands, and Opent is Dutch for opens. My then girlfriend came up with the name because the title of the YouTube videos are Thomas Opent or Opens, and then you see the beer, blah blah blah. So that's me and my channel, and who am I? Like I usually say in my English reviews, I'm just a generic Dutch dude who likes to talk excessively about beer and other subjects that interest him. And I do it way too much, and I do it way too prolific. And I do it sometimes I do it with my shirt off. You have been witness to that, I believe.
Yeah,
many a time. There you go. Just depending on the mood. I will keep my shirt on for the decency of this live stream, by the way. And there you go. And I may or may not suddenly start emulating your accent if things go weird, because I have a tendency to start copying people's accents. But yeah, that's and I've been doing this shit for 3.5 years now, I think. So there you go. That's me. That's me in the nutshell.
Okay, what part of the Netherlands are you from?
The best part. I'm from the north. I'm basically I think I'm about 30 kilometers as north as you can get until you start going to the islands. So I live I live 30 kilometers, 20, probably 19 miles for you non-metric people out there.
What are I'm kilometers?
Wait, metric, imperial? I always confuse those two.
Yeah, I heard something in the news today. I think Boris Johnson was saying that Britain are going to go back to the metric. They're going to go back to all the ounces and pounds and all like that, and drop something like that.
That's going to confuse a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it's just stupid news. But we're joined by first comment. One of yours, I bet.
It's one of mine. It's René. Hello, René. What are you drinking there, Thomas?
It's just a generic. It's in Aldi. It's their kind of generic beers they have. It's their own brand.
Good.
Cheap and simple.
Is it tasty?
Yeah, it's good. It's only €1.70. So it does the job. So what's going on to it? Good points and bad points about having a YouTube channel.
Good points and bad points, dude. You immediately rocketed with the questions. Good points about having a YouTube channel. Let me quickly do something.
Okay.
Because I'm doing 50 things at the same time, which I really shouldn't.
Thank you for everyone who's joined, and yeah.
Yeah. So good things about having a YouTube channel. I think the best thing is the community. It's the people I've met, the people I got to know. My fellow beer tubers, people like yourself, people, especially of course my peeps my peeps. Wow, did I just say that? I did, didn't I? My guys, my mother, my brothers from another mother, from the Dutch Beer Collective. So we're talking about Remy, we're talking about Douglas, we're talking about Gerben. Those are the guys that I got to meet, and we became pretty close friends. We all have YouTube channels. We started the Dutch Beer Collective. It's the people who watch the live streams and comment. It's the people who watch the videos and comment. It's the people who interact. It's all about the interaction in the comments. That's what makes it for me. One of the best things. It's the chats, it's the hangouts, it's the people you get to talk to, and
Yeah.
the friends you make. Really, it's the friendships. It's about the friends, and people sending you free beer is awesome. I mean, I'm going to complain about that, but that is never, of course, what it's all about. It's fun that happens, and I know of a few beer tubers who started YouTube channels because they want free beer.
Yeah.
But it's not about that. It's about having fun. It's about that moment when I sit down. I'm going to tell you one thing. I get nervous for just about every review I film.
Yeah, I definitely. That's why I kind of started with my social anxiety. That's kind of getting over that. Especially in these live interviews, it's a bit more nervous-wracking. Bad points then. You have mentioned good points. Now, what are the bad points?
So, you joke about haters gonna hate, and you got haters.
Yeah.
And that's okay, because that happens, and I'm okay with it. I'm actually laugh about it, but there's always one or two people that have things to say that can kind of get to you. That kind of sucks. Another bad thing is when you start becoming part of the community, you're going to have to interact at some point with people that maybe aren't always that cool. Now, there's a few. I mean, you definitely got a few hooligans out there, if you catch my drift, that can make the rest of the world, the rest of the beer tubing world, seem like assholes. A while ago, through one of the American channels, there was somebody pointing out some comments from somebody who was being quite negative about some beer tubers, people that I know, people that are positively great people. You have to deal with that shit as well. But honestly, other than that, other than the fact that there's some negative people out there that you have to deal with, or you don't have to, but you kind of deal with them. That's basically it. I can't really think of any. And and I will say about, I think about 18 months ago, I weighed about 20 pounds less than I do now. But yeah, there's that. And there you go. I guess that's the negative part. Mostly for me, it's positivity. It's great friends. It's cool people. It's the hangouts. It's the chats. It's the live streams. And just enjoying the beers.
Okay.
How about you? What are your positive and your negatives? I'm curious. I'm gonna interview you. Well, I'm gonna interview you back, just so you know, because I want answers.
Well, talking to people like you, talking to people who I've watched for the last how many years, and asking them all these stupid questions. That's what I love about this. Worst comment. So worst comment you ever got.
The worst comment that I ever had. Oh Jesus. Honestly, I laugh at the negative comments mostly. I don't really think I've ever had a comment that made me think like this was very negative. This was very bad. This was. Sometimes they can annoy me for a moment, and then I realize, what the hell am I? Why am I letting this get to me? Why am I thinking this is a negativism? This is just you make it negative. If you give something negative energy, it's going to become negative. If you just look at it and go like, whatever. There you go. Besides, I think it was sorry, yeah.
Shark is asking, do you watch any American reviewers?
Yeah, I do. I watch. Well, I'm gonna be open here. I still consider him a little bit kind of like a hero. That would be Matt from Massive Beer Reviews. He's kind of the reason that I started doing this. Him and Remy from Beer Geek Holland. Those are the two that inspired me to think like. I'm going to piss on them a little bit, but they kind of make me think. Look, if they can do it, I can do it, right? But all joking aside, they made me realize, this is fun. This seems something that I could do, and I want to try it. And so definitely Matt, Massive Beer Reviews. There you go. The Nerd Sense guys, they're rock. Kyle, No Hype Beer Reviews. We got Keith, 93 Lombers, my fake Ron Jeremy. Joe from the Beer Patrol. Basically, there's this sort of there's the other Joe. Joe, I always mispronounce his name. Joe Sanglillo. Jesus. He's the one with video game intro.
All right,
You know what
I think I
Yeah,
know him.
him.
I'm used to remember people's the channel name.
I think that was Joe Singlea. I mean,
You've got Darwin, isn't it, as well?
I am aware of Darwin. Shall we keep it at that?
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
I know of him. I don't watch his videos. Used to a while ago. No offense to him.
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Move on from that then. Have you overcome any bad habits?
Yeah. I quit smoking.
Okay.
I used to be incredibly overweight. So I lost a lot of weight and gained a little bit again. So I need to drop a little bit. But the bad habit was I ate too much. I drank too much. Not as an alcoholism, like I did it out of habit or everything. But I liked good beers and I drank or single malt whiskey. I had a single malt whiskey thing for God knows how long, and I drank that a lot. So alcohol is calories.
Yeah.
And I could have days where I didn't drink, but when I started drinking a beer, I was like, I like this beer. I want to try that beer. I want to try that beer. I liked all the flavors. I liked all the nuances, and things got a little bit too much, and I got a little bit too overweight. So those are another bad habit I quit was well, that's not something I quit, but that's you just mentioned social anxiety. I have an anxiety disorder, so it's not something. It's not a bad habit, but you pick up habits. You get OCD, and I sort of overcame them in a way, as in made them part of my life, made them part of who I am, and accepted that that's something who I will always be. I will always have my OCDs. I will always have my habits. So it's like I didn't so much overcame them. I made them part of who I am, I guess.
Would they be more kind of rituals or kind of things you have to do something?
Things I have to do. Things I have to do. Things I cannot undo. Things like I habitually, like I check things like, is the stove off? Is the fridge off? Are the lights off? Things like that. Is the kettle unplugged? But I will do those things like 20 times. I will, when I go to work, I will spend about, I don't know, 30 to 60 seconds checking if the door's locked.
Okay.
But I mutter my routine. I have a sort of phrase that I keep using. I keep repeating that while I check it. Things like that. But those are, it becomes habitual. If you look at what the word habit means, a habit is something that you do often. So yeah, I would kind of say I overcame those, made them part of my day-to-day life. How about you? Before I do the next question, again, do you have any bad habits and did you overcome them?
Yeah, I eat too much junk food or bad food. That's my bad habit. Have to cut down a lot, especially fizzy drinks, so Coke or whatever, Pepsi. Some of them I drink too much sugary drinks.
Oh yeah, that was one of the worst. Yeah.
Okay, next part of the question: most important person in your life? You don't have to answer. We can move on.
I know. No. I'm just let me think. Let me think how I'm going to answer this, because there's this.
And if you want to say parents, you can group them in, or if you want to say brothers and sisters.
No. Don't worry. Who's the most important? You know who? So I used to be in a long-term relationship a couple of years ago that lasted like 11 years, and I would at that moment think that she was the most important thing in my life, the most important person. And if you want to talk about habits, I habitually would always think that other people are more important. I have to put that person in front of me. This person needs me. This person has to be in front of me. This person has to have more attention. I need to be there for that person. And if there's one bad habit, let's go back to the bad habits. If there's one bad habit that I had to overcome and that I hope I did, and that's kind of difficult every now and then, the most important person in my life is me,
Okay.
because I love so many people in my life. But if I don't get to the point where I consider myself important, I can't be there for other people. I can't be there for my friends. I can't be there for my parents. I can't be there for my siblings. I can't be there for those little kids that call me uncle. I can't be there for anyone. The most important person in my life is me. And people should always realize that. Don't make yourself more important than others, as in, other people don't matter or whatever. And sometimes you have
Yeah.
to really realize that your own interests are secondary to other people's interests around you. But honestly, make sure that you're the most important person in your life. I mean, love yourself, take care of yourself, make sure that you're okay with who you are. And if you're not, you can never be important enough to somebody else.
Yeah, that's a good way of thinking.
Mm.
How many brothers and sisters then? You mentioned family, I think.
Yeah, so I got like a reasonably sized family, I would say. I'm the third child of four. I have an older. My sister is the oldest. She just turned 50 a couple of months ago. Then I have a brother. He is 47, I think. 48. Shit, I suck at math. I think he's
It's
47.
okay.
I think he's 47. Then there's me, 39. And I have a younger brother who's 37. They all have partners. They all have husbands or wives. They all have kids. So yeah, my parents. It's funny actually. I'm an uncle,
Yeah.
and one of my nephews has a little girl. So
Okay.
I think the term. What's the term? Grand uncle? What's
Yeah.
it like? Something like that. My parents are great grandparents. There you fucking go, which is kind of funny. So yeah, I got a reasonably sized family, and so yeah. How
Where
about
do
you? Do you have
things?
any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have two sisters and a brother.
You guys
I'm
get
the
along?
yeah, reasonably. You know how families get on. I'm the youngest,
Oh,
so the
the
baby.
Benjamin.
Yeah. How did you come to speak English? Was it school or was it in the family?
I always get that question. I always get that question. BBC, because the BBC always had the best cartoons on the Saturday morning. And I was like 8 or 9, 7, 8, 9. They had like Voltron. I'm talking about the original, like the new Voltron cartoon. That's pretty fucking hyped. I love it. But the OG Voltron was like fucking amazing. Um, so that was great. They had like Thundercats and stuff like that. They had the best cartoons, and I would wake up at like 6 a.m. As 8-year-olds do, and or 7 a.m. I don't know, and I would watch those cartoons with my little brother, and I don't know. I guess I have this little knack for language or whatever. But I picked it up pretty quickly, and I think by the time I was 10 or 11, I think my English kind of surpassed my Dutch. It still does. So yeah, that's how I learned English. And by the time I actually started to learn English in school, most of my teachers were like, "Yeah, well, whatever. There you go. I mean, you got this."
Okay. Any other languages?
Sorry.
You speak any other languages?
Wenn das nötig ist, kann ich vielleicht ein bisschen Deutsch sprechen, aber das ist nicht sehr gut. Ja, das ist und das. Ich kann ein klein bisschen Deutsch verstehen und sprechen, aber nicht so viel. Und dan is natuurlijk die Nederlandse sprache, dat is oftewel gewoon Nederlands en dan spraak je Nederlands. Want laten we even voor de lol een klein stukje Nederlands erin gooien om gewoon al jouw Ierse kijkers zoiets hebben. What the fuck is going on? What the hell is that? What the hell just happened? We've been listening to this dude and suddenly turns out he's Dutch. There you go.
There you go. Another question for you. This one's interesting.
Am I happy? No, no, I'm not. No, I'm not happy. I'm content. I'm okay. I'm I'm not. Uh, Do you wake up happy or sad? I think mostly. I think I wake up sad more than I wake up happy. But I usually manage to do that and get through that, and I manage, and fruit fly. There you go. I'm okay. I'm content. I'm not miserable, but I wouldn't say I'm happy. No, that's an
Okay.
interesting question. That's a very bold question. I like it. That's nice. Um,
But are you looking to find a happy place?
well, I'm going to answer that, but I'm going to ask again because I like to make these things go both ways. Are you happy?
No. There you go.
That's okay to say. I mean, that's one of the things that people need to learn. Like, okay, it's
Yeah.
okay to admit that you're not happy. And I mean, uh, we've been sort of socially programmed to constantly say that we're happy, and it's okay to not be happy. And I mean, we don't have to go into why you're not happy. I mean, that's okay. But I mean, it's
Yeah.
okay to admit to yourself, I'm not happy. But then you just ask that nice question, which I really liked, is, are you working on becoming happy? So before I answer that question, are you?
I'm trying to.
You're trying to. See, that's I like that. That's good because it's okay to not succeed at stuff at first and take baby steps. Make small little achievements in your day to day routine to achieve happiness just a little bit. Like I don't know, what do you do to become happy? Masturbation and alcohol doesn't count.
Live life every day.
Live life every day. I like that one. That's a nice one. What are the little moments that you have during the day that can make you happy? Like honestly touch you on the inside, make you smile in a way that almost hurts your cheeks and your muscles in the face, you know?
I couldn't answer that, to be honest.
Okay.
Okay, you answered now. If I'm answering
Uh
questions suddenly.
what would make me happy? If I'm doing anything. I'm trying, I try. I try. There are things that I know that I would like in life. There are things that would I think if there are things in life that I would like to achieve, that I would like to have, that I would like to experience. Things that I've slightly experienced, even a little bit. Had some glimpses of it. Try to get a job that makes me more content, makes me more fulfilled. I mean, so somebody once asked. I love this one. This was a little comic that happened a while ago. And this thing happened, right? Somebody asked, like, "What's your dream job?" And the other person responded, like, "Why would I dream of labor?" And the other person got silent a little bit and then walked away. And the other guy was like, "What are you doing?" He says, "I have to rethink my life." Like, find something day in your daily life that doesn't make you miserable. But I'm the kind of person that would say, like, your job should give you satisfaction, but should it be your ultimate goal? For me, it shouldn't be because that's not who I am. But other people do have that. But I would like something that challenges me a little bit more, and I'm working on that. But
So, do you live to work or work to live? Kind of.
you work to live. You don't live to work. Why the hell would you live to work? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
work to live.
there is people who their job
Oh yeah,
or career
yeah. Sorry.
is everything.
No, I agree. I agree. But it depends on the person. There are people that get ultimate satisfaction out of their career, and if that is who you are, I I absolutely applaud that, and I would say go for it. I'm just not one of those people.
Yeah.
So there you
Uh,
go.
Meaning of life.
completely serious answer. You know who you're talking to. Like, you want me to be completely serious.
That's why I put completely serious. I didn't
I,
have to
I
think
mean,
very long.
that doesn't happen with me. That's not who I am. I mean, every time somebody asks me this question, I can only think of Conan the Barbarian, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. When he is asked what is best in life, he says to crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of their women. What is the meaning of life? I mean, there is no meaning of life. There is no the meaning of life. There are meanings of life. I mean,
Okay.
what do you want from life? What does anybody want? What does any individual want from life? If you want to have if you want to have a happily married ever after and raise children and just cook dinners for family and friends, and if that is your meaning of life, go for it, achieve that. If your meaning of life is to get laid as often as you can every day, then with as many people as you can, fucking achieve that, go for it. If your meaning of life is reaching an age of when you can retire and look back at a career that you're proud of, that is your meaning of life. There is no the meaning of life. There are so many meanings of life. And I mean, here you go. There is no meaning of life. Just give life meaning. There you go. You can quote me on that. Put that on a fucking t-shirt and sell it. There is no
Okay.
meaning of life. Just give life meaning.
What's your meaning of life then?
I don't know. I used to know, and then I didn't, and now I'm trying to figure that one out.
Okay.
And maybe I'll figure it out someday. And if I don't, well, I won't. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
That's not an answer. Okay. Lowest point of your life. You okay?
Mm-hmm. I'm awesome. I'm just thinking. Because that's a very, but like the lowest point in my life. I've had things that made me feel crap. Like the lowest point in my life. I mean, there were moments where I was generally very sad and depressed. Uh, I'm not gonna lie. I still have moments like genuinely where I think. I mean, I'm going to be honest here. Okay, I'm going to be brutally honest. I am not suicidal. I'm
Yeah.
not. But I've had days where I wake up and or not when I wake up, where I go to bed. I'm like, if I don't wake up, that's okay. You know. Um, but my lowest point in life, I think my lowest point in life where was when I realized I realized that I have let someone make me believe things about myself that weren't true. And that's what makes me really angry is when I realized somebody made me believe things about me and I went along with it. And it took me a while to, with help from friends and family, where I said, well, I was this and this kind of person. And they just looked at me and said, no, you're not. But I kept thinking, yes, I am. That's what they told me. They told me I'm like that. And they said, well, we've known you longer. And I just had to really rethink a lot of um, moments in the last 10 to 15 years that made me realize I gave up a portion of myself to suit the interest of others. And that makes me angry. A little bit at them, but mostly at myself for
Okay.
letting that happen, for saying this is okay. Yeah. You got some good questions there, man. Jesus fucking Christ.
You're answering very honestly. I got to admit, I don't. I really thank you for answering these questions honestly.
Well, of course I am. I mean, that's
Okay.
kind of what you do.
Okay. Bullying. Did you experience any? Would say growing up as a school years more than later on in life?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I did. I did quite a lot. No. Yeah, I did. I still, you wouldn't say it the way I'm sitting right now, but I was the fat kid, and yeah, I got bullied. I didn't want to go to school. I was afraid to go to school. I was scared to go to school.
So it's physical then.
Sometimes,
Like,
but mostly emotional. I mean, physical scars, depending on, well, unless somebody really did some nasty shit, but physical scars basically heal. But mostly it's the emotional shit.
yeah. It's got to be a lot worse now with technology and messaging and all
The
that.
things that the things that you hear right now, it kind of scares me sometimes. You know?
Yeah.
Did you get bullied as a child?
School wasn't the happiest place for me now, but I got through it.
Well, that's not a yes or no answer, is it?
No.
Okay, that's cool.
Easy question for you now.
When did I last sing to yourself? I don't know, 10 minutes ago? No, wait, how long? Oh, we've already been going for like half an hour. Like 20 minutes before the live stream started, 10 minutes before the live stream started. I always sing to myself. I sing in the shower, I sing in the car, I sing at work, I sing. I sing in a band. That's what I do. I sing. When did I last sing to someone else? Let me think. I think that was 14 years ago. Maybe, give or take. Because we're scared of the little shit going at school, mercy beers, who are going to sneak up on us in the dark and steal our beers. Fucking wanker.
Most treasured memory.
That's the one I'm going to keep to myself.
Okay. No problem.
For privacy reasons.
Yeah. We can move on.
That's the most treasured one. But I do have a few very treasured ones. I think the most treasured one I'm going to keep to myself.
Yeah.
But a one that comes very close is I'm at work. I work in a store, and my brother comes in, and I see him, and while I go around a corner with this sort of stuff piled, or whatever, I'm going around a little corner in the store, whatever. Between aisles, that's the one I wanted to look. That's the word I was looking for. When I go between aisles, I see I think she was at then 3 years old, maybe. My little niece, his little girl. And the smile she had when she saw me, the way she shouted my name and came running up to me so I could pick her up, is definitely big runner up there. I like that one. That's nice. It's the simple things, I think, but I like that one. That's one of. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I have nieces and nephews, and definitely things that come out with are if
You're skipping you're skipping a question from Mercer Beers. That's an important one.
no, we put it up before. He told them to get
The
lost.
horse shampoo. Oh, the horse shampoo. I don't.
No.
No. This is all natural. I don't have any tattoos, not yet. I have some things that I want, but tattoos are permanent, so I really want to make sure I find the right one that really suits me. But I got some stuff in mind that I really want. They're also very expensive, the ones that I want, so I'm gonna have to make sure I have the money to pay for them. But I don't have any just yet. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm an hour ahead of you, so I'm my day's a little bit more. And who was my very first crush? My very first crush. Jesus.
We can go celebrity, or you can go someone like in school, or
Well, I think I was like 4 when I really fell in love with this girl in my class. So there's her. That was the first real person crush. I was 4 or 5 at the moment. At the time, not at the moment, at the time. And my first celebrity crush, I forgot the name of the movie, but it was Winona Ryder in I think the movie was called Mermaids. It's a movie with Winona Ryder and Cher. But yeah, I used to have a big crush on Winona Ryder. I still think she's pretty good looking, I have to admit. I mean, there you go. But yeah.
Square has a question for you.
She's done none. Never been to the USA. Never been to the United States of America. Have you, by the way,
No.
Thomas?
No, I haven't been to the US. I've traveled very little. So hopefully someday I'll get there. This is where it works. Yeah.
What's your philosophy in life? I don't really think I have one. I think I used to have a few. I kind of like the eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we may die. But I also learned that eat, drink, and be merry, and keep that up for a long time habitually, and then tomorrow you're gonna die. Diabetes, coronary diseases, shit like that. Don't want that happening. How did you get your American accent then? Dude, I don't know.
Watching all your videos, Square.
Honestly, Square, if you prefer me to have a more British accent, I'm quite okay with that. That's not a problem. I can basically just do that for the rest of the evening and keep that up if that makes you a little bit more happy. But I'm okay with anything. If I listen to Thomas long enough, I might pick up a little bit of an Irish accent going on. I'll never really call it Colin Farrell when it comes to that, but it just is what it is. My American accent is the one I basically fall back on most of the times, but yeah. What has been your best and my worst date? Jesus. How the hell do you come up with this shit, dude? What the fuck?
You're number 41 now. I'm getting used to this now.
What's my best date? What's my worst date? My best date. You know what? You want to be really honest. I haven't really started dating until like the last 4 years. Because the long-term relationship. So I because I got bullied a lot in high school. I never really considered myself to be in any kind of way dateable. So I never really dated as a teenager or in my early 20s. And I met my then girlfriend. We got to know each other.
Yeah.
And we realized after about a year or so, we realized we were in love with each other, and we started a relationship. And it just sort of happened. We never really dated. After that, which was now geez, let me 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years ago. I just said 3 years, but 2.5 years ago, I became single after 11 years. And I suddenly realized, wow, if I ever want to find somebody, I'm going to have to go date people. I have to go date women. I have no idea how to do this. I didn't know how to do it when I was a teenager. I didn't know how to date when I was in my 20s. I sure as fuck do not know how to date as an adult. By the way, caveat there, I don't know how to adult. Nobody does. We're all lying. Everybody who's 30 plus says that they're an adult. Go fuck yourself. You're not. You're lying. You have no idea what you're doing, and you're just bullshitting your way through your day-to-day life. You may know how to do your taxes, but it doesn't mean you're an adult. It just means you're good at math. My best date. You know what? This was, I think, a year and a half ago, give or take. About a year and a half ago, I met the most amazing woman, and I had a time of my life with her, and I just remember sitting in this little coffee place, and we had coffee, we had cheesecake, and genuinely feeling like I had the best time of my life. And it was simple, and it was, I felt listened to, and I remember really wanting to listen to her. I wanted to learn more about her. And I think, as simple as it was, as easy as it was, it wasn't anything grand or whatever, but that was one of my, I think that was maybe my best date. There you go.
Yes, you're in kind of a good moment, and you get that feeling.
It gives me a shit fuck. Oh yeah, the name thing. Sorry, name.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Dude. I don't know. I never really. No, that's. Oh, I have no idea. Sorry, I have no idea about that one. Don't. That's. It's a fun question, but I never actually thought about that. I have no idea.
Okay.
Are you religious and do you believe in ghosts? So I used to consider myself a Christian, a Protestant, and I do believe that there is definitely a little bit more between the heavens and the earth than there. So, have you ever seen the movie Dogma by Kevin Smith?
I could have. I can't remember at the moment. I probably did see it.
Okay, so you see, religion. I love belief. I love personal belief. I'm even quite okay with religion. I like religion. There's nothing wrong with religion in itself. I have issues with the institutions. I have problems when dogma takes over day-to-day life, where people start judging others because of, I believe this and this, so you cannot act like that and that. That's basically, without trying to make this a big religious debate, but that's what my views on religion are. But if you want to know how I think about religion, just look at the movie Dogma. And if I believe in ghosts, no, I don't think I do. I think that if ghosts were real, people would encounter a lot more people that died in the year 1978 and were called Jake, instead of just people from the 17th century that were called Bartholomew. I don't know. It's always about these. Yeah. So no, I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in the supernatural like that. Kudos to anybody who does, though. There you go.
Do you attend religious ceremonies, and do you go to mass? Do you?
No, not anymore. Used to, but not anymore.
Okay. Um, aliens. Yes or no?
Whew. So here's the thing: belief means that you. Belief is again a matter of faith. It's a matter of. I think it is reasonable, within reasonable doubt, that there are other life forms in a one of my favorite words, by the way, right now, gargantuan, in a gargantuan universe that we live in. It is literally without measure. Right now, it's over 14 point something billion light years across, measurably. Um, I think it stands within reason that life out there exists. I think we are limited in our ways of reasoning, our ways of looking at things, what that life is. We tend to think of it as humanoid, or we like to think of them as maybe bug-like creatures, or something that resembles mammalian life forms. You have to realize, though, right now, if we find a fossilized if we find a rock with a fossilized, what's it called, bacteria on Mars, that means that aliens are out there. That is alien means not of this world,
Yeah.
and a bacteria is a form of life.
Yeah.
It means that if we find fossilized bacteria on Mars at some point, aliens exist. It's just people are going to be disappointed because they think it's going to be fucking
Well,
ET saying, "Take me to
I,
your leader."
I didn't use the word intelligent. I said alien.
Very, 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 very astute of you, by the way. I like that. So I think that it stands within reason that forms of life are out there. Are we alone? I doubt it. I don't think we are. I think
No,
that
there's four people watch this. There,
what did you say?
there's four people watching this seemingly,
Yeah,
so
we're
we're
not
not alone.
alone. We're definitely not alone. No, I think it stands within reason. The Drake equation kind of points out that there's, just within our own galaxy, the Drake equation kind of shows that there has to be God knows how many kinds of life forms out there. It's just people. I mean, I'm a Star Trek fan. I'm a huge Star Trek fan. I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm a sci-fi junkie, and it's fun to think that at some point we're gonna meet bipedal humanoid kind of forms of life that can learn our language and we can learn theirs, and we can coexist, and we can build federations, or we can fight wars with each other. And you know uh, depending on how you swing, Paul from PA Brew News, if you're watching this, I know you're going to try and fuck him. This is who you are, I know this. But it's fun to think of it like that. But for all we know, that they are some sort of, I mean, for all we know, we're going to visit Jupiter one day, and it turns out that there are like sort of space whales living in the upper atmosphere there, who sing kind of weird songs to each other, and they exist together, and they're happy. And people are going to be disappointed because they think we're going to be able to learn from these creatures and beings, and they're going to they're going to fill a void in our life, and they're going to bring meaning to us, and they're going to make us be able to coexist. And basically, what we thought was space whales, found was space whales. I mean, people are going to be disappointed. So it's how limited are you in your how limited or open minded are you in your perception of what non-terrestrial life forms can or cannot be? And how are you going to deal with that when we do or do not find out? I mean, first contact is going to be a radio signal from a from a location 2, 3, 4, 500,000 light years from here, and we're going to realize
But
we're not alone. And then it turns out that radio signal was sent
yeah,
hundreds
that
and
planet
hundreds of
no
years ago.
longer exists because if you look at
Exactly.
any suns or stars, all them stars are gone. Basically.
Yeah. So for all we're gonna find out that we're not alone because we found a radio signal. It turns out that they're dead, and we are alone again after all.
And
There's a fucking disappointment if you ever wanted one.
and then they'll send a radio signal telling us this is how your world is going to end, and we fucked up the world, and it's too late.
Do you know what the biggest proof of alien life out there is?
I don't. Pyramids.
They're intelligent enough to stay the fuck away from us. There you go. I keep saying there you go. I don't know why I do that, by the way.
There you go.
Jesus, dude, could you just really get that's just like 4 questions? When was the last time you were rejected?
You've answered that, I think.
I got rejected on a job application a few months ago. There you go.
Okay.
I did the there you go again. Okay, I need to stop doing that. I'm getting very self-conscious. Your first car was a Mazda. Mobile phone was a Nokia. No, it was a LG. Dude, I'm 39. I was probably like 17 when I had my first mobile phone. 18? I don't remember. A Bosch, it could have been, I think Bosch was actually still making mobile phones then. It was a flip phone, I think. Could be.
Okay.
It didn't have the internet. There you go. For all you youngsters out there, my first mobile phone didn't have internet. There you go.
And some phones didn't even have text messages.
There you go. The first there you go. That is actually I need to stop it with a there you go. I don't know where that's coming from. Any pet peeves? Small-mindedness.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like the next one. It's a bit long.
Back to school. What was your nickname? Fatty. Do you have any favorite subject? Did any teacher inspire you? English, because it was easy. It was. And did any teachers inspire me? I had some teachers that I thought were awesome.
Not the same.
I actually, the people in the custodial staff used to really inspire me a lot more because, I didn't have one of those. I had some great teachers that really cared, teachers that looked out for me. But yeah, I have people. Define inspire, Thomas.
Well, is there any teacher that you can kind of remember their name and you know what, they're pretty good? Yes, to give you information, or they inspire you to go and do some course or do some job, or other than being a good teacher, they actually pushed you forward. It's okay to say no. I know.
No, I'm thinking, dude. I'm thinking. I mean, it's okay. Don't worry. It's cool, Thomas. We're cool.
Okay.
So I had this one teacher who. So I suck at math, right? I really suck at math, like big time. I'm okay with calculus. I'm talking about math, and I basically would have failed my high school diploma if not for one teacher, because I sucked at math, and I would have really. I had a non-passing grade. It was okay. So we did an exam. I did a test, and my grade to be able to do the exams was so low that I wasn't never going to make the exams. Even if I got like a passing grade on the exams, I would still fail, and I would fail the entire year. I did a resit, and the resit for the math test was even worse than the original. And my math teacher set me aside. He said, I'm going to give you some, I lost the test. We're going to have to redo this. We're going to redo it again. 3rd time's a charm. Here's 20 exam level math problems, and we're going to solve them together. For the first time in 6 years, a math teacher took his time to make me understand math. He said, I'm gonna know if you just remember the answers and the solutions, or if you actually did the test. So he made me redo a test. He gave me 4 of the problems out of the 20 that we did, but he said, you need to actually do them. And I got a great grade on that. So I was able to do the exams. The thing is, though, from that resit, I got like an 8.5 out of 10 or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's nice. I guess I did it. The exam, I got a 6.8. I was more proud of that 6.8 because I was finally able to apply math. Now, I don't know anything about math anymore, but that guy inspired me. He
Yeah.
inspired me, not in the way that people think, because he didn't inspire me because he made me understand math. He didn't inspire me because he said, like, I'm going to teach you a subject that you never were able to understand, and I'm going to be great because of that. He inspired me because he said, basically to me, I feel that people should take the time in their lives to look out for people that aren't capable, and wait, I need to rethink this sentence. Because
No problem.
there's a little bit of emotion creeping up. He made me realize that sometimes you need to break rules and do things not by the book.
Yeah.
To help people get by. Because it's more important to help people than to do things by the book. So yeah, I guess that's the teacher that inspired me.
That's pretty good. Thanks for all right, Night Pines. Thanks for joining us. Bucket list. What's on your bucket list?
So what's on my bucket list? If possible, I want to own a Skyline again. I really miss my Skyline. I would like to go to the United States. I want to go visit the UK again. I don't really have a bucket list, really.
Yeah, what are things you like to do? Travel. Yeah.
Just travel a little bit more, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
You?
Yeah, travel would be one thing. Haven't traveled much. Greatest strength and greatest weakness.
I don't smoke weed, dude. I had a few. I had a few. Smoke weed a little bit every now and then. Oh, I could get another beer in a little bit. I just finished my beer. I might get another beer later on. What's your greatest strength? What is your greatest weakness? I think my greatest strength is that Jesus fucking Christ, man. I'm not so good at saying what I'm good at. I know what my greatest weaknesses are. I'm too emotional. I let my doubts get the better of me. I doubt everything.
Okay. I'll rephrase that then. If I was talking to your brothers and sisters, what would they say your greatest strength is? Or your nieces and nephews?
I honestly wouldn't know.
Okay, I'll have to ask them then.
I honestly wouldn't know. No. What are your greatest strengths and what are your greatest weaknesses?
Yeah, we'll come back to that. I don't answer questions very well. That's my greatest weakness. Thanks, Brendan, for joining us. I am on cheap beer. Hell's from Aldi. And I don't know what Tom's is. What are you on again?
Right now, I just actually finished my IPA from the Molen, Vuur en Vlam, Fire and Flame. It's their India Pale Ale with Cascade, Columbus, Citra, and Chinook. Coming in at 6 points. What was it? 6.2%. I believe it's a 6.2%. I believe. Oh shit! I forgot. James, Rapid Line Reviews, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He said that I needed to work the following word in. You fancy a bum? Otherwise, I wasn't doing it okay. No, but that was what I was drinking, and I have a imperial stout here on standby from Moesleutel. It's the macaron machine. It's coconut pastry stout, but I might save that for another time. I just might get something else later on.
Okay, this is a weird question, but we'll go with it. I forget writing this one.
It's fucking useless. But the thing is, people are like, oh, but why? You can either do that or you can't. You can't learn how to do that. This is something that you can or you cannot. Can you do it?
No. Among millions of other things I can't do. Yeah.
So and I don't know if you can hear this, but I can basically just about with any joint in my body. I don't know if you can hear this, but let me try this, okay? Yeah, you guys probably can't hear it, but
no. You double jointed, is it?
no, I could just basically crack anything in my body, but you can't hear that on this microphone. So yeah, but that's it. Oh, and breathe. My breathing is very useless.
Dream job.
Oh, I can do the thing that Views and Bruce can do. Whistle backwards. There you go. What's your absolute dream job? Like Yen, I don't dream of labor. I don't have a dream job. I just don't. Sorry, I don't dream of labor. Although when I was a little kid, I wanted to be a paleontologist. So there's that. Maybe that counts. The last lie that you told yourself. You don't look fat. What's your most embarrassing moment? I have way too many of those.
Must be so.
I have many embarrassing moments. I think one of the most embarrassing moments was I was still living with my parents, and I had a girl over, and my dad knocking on the door saying, like, "Can you guys be a little bit more quiet because I have to wake up early in the morning for work." That was kind of embarrassing, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There you go. But not embarrassing moments. What was my most embarrassing moment? Honest to God, I have so many.
Okay, it doesn't matter. We'll move on, Fred. That's
It's just I really can't remember. There's so many. Let's move on because I can list so many things and it would just get really weird very quickly.
Last thing you Googled. If you use some other search engine, you can. Last thing you Googled.
How can I see that? Do I have to? Oh, I remember. It was the I can't show it here because you probably get a copyright strike. But it was the Ryan Reynolds. Well, it was on YouTube. What was the last thing I Googled? Let me just. Oh yeah, 101 fluid ounces to liters.
And why?
Because somebody was talking about a bottle of beer that was 101 fluid ounces. And I'm like, how much? Please, people, we don't use that. Liters. So I had to Google how much it was, and it was almost 3 liters. There you go.
Okay. How would a friend describe you in 3 words?
Absolutely fucking nuts.
Honest answer.
That was the honest answer. Absolutely fucking nuts.
No, I don't believe it. God.
No, that's what they would say. Absolutely fucking nuts.
Okay.
And if they don't, then I failed in life.
Here we go.
What has your hardest goodbye in life been so far? Yeah.
Crack your specialist.
What up, Lars? My hardest goodbye in life. There's been a few. People that left my life, people that passed away. There have been a few. There's been a few. Um, and again, without hard feelings, but that's one question that I have a little bit difficulty answering.
Yeah, no problem. Move on.
And without any hard feelings. And as for soulmates, do you believe in soulmates? Um, I used to, and then I didn't, and now I kind of hope I can again.
Yeah. Okay.
What would you change about yourself if you could? I want to lose. I want to lose some weight again. I want to be a little bit more confident. I want to be a little bit more. I want to be a little bit more okay. Somebody once asked me a question similar a while ago. It wasn't so much what I would change about myself, but somebody asked me. So we were on the subject of dating, and I said, I don't want to date. I don't want to date. I can't date right now. It's just I'm not capable. And she asked me, "When will you be? Do you think?" And I told her, "If I can go 14 days in a row with looking into the mirror once a day, at least once a day, and being okay with what I'm seeing, then I could date again." So there's a lot of stuff I'd like to change about myself, but I think those are things that I'd like to change about myself because I think they would make me better for other people. And as for what I want to change about myself, it's just I want to lose a little bit of weight, and other than that, I'm okay with who I am. It's just I struggle with believing that other people are okay with who I am.
Yeah.
What motivates you to work hard? I don't work hard, so there's nothing that motivates me to work hard. I'm lazy. I'm really fucking lazy. What makes you laugh the most? What makes me laugh the most? Whew. It could be so many things. It depends on the kind of laughter. Is it a genuine
Out of nowhere, just you
like
laugh out of nowhere.
really like comedic hard laughter?
Yeah.
I'm still a big fan of How I Met Your Mother. That makes me laugh a lot. That's just that makes me laugh a lot, and just like ripping on hard comedic laughter. That's the one that does it to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How You Met Your Mother. Yeah, that's pretty good. I watch it sometimes now. Been a while.
What would you rather do? Wash dishes, mow the lawn, clean the bathroom, vacuum the house? Vacuum, because that's the easiest one. I should say mow the lawn because I don't have any grass. That would be easy. But no, vacuuming because I think that's easy. If you could hire someone to help you, would it be cleaning the yard? So I don't have like a lawn to mow, but I do have a front yard and a backyard. I suck at yard work. So if Raggy's seeing this, please Raggy, come and help. Never with cooking because I love cooking. I adore making food. So yeah.
What's your favorite dish to make then?
Easy dish to make is just like this sort of tray bake. It's not my favorite in terms of flavor, but it is. Well, actually, it is because I just think it's tasty as fuck, and I make it once a week. It's a tray bake where I take some potatoes, baby potatoes. I take bell peppers. I take some onion. I take roughly cut them into nice chunks, bite-sized pieces. I take a chicken leg, so like the drum and the thigh. I make a nice little marinade, some spices. My favorite spices would be things like smoked paprika. I take some always smoked sweet paprika. Never use normal paprika or sweet. Just always use the smoked one. That's fantastic. I take some ground cumin, some ground coriander. I'll take some turmeric. I'll take some assorted woody herbs. I'll take a little bit of ground ginger. I'll take a little bit of olive oil. I'll take some loads of sambal, like ground chili. You know what sambal is? Is that a
Yeah.
word? Yeah, sambal. Garlic, loads of garlic, some black pepper, some salt. Mix all of that up. Honey, add a little bit of honey to it. Get that sweetness going. Get some natural sweetness, not artificial. Don't add sugar. Fuck sugar. Sugar is fucked up. Get natural sugars. Get like your little bit of
Sea
honey.
salt?
Hmm?
Kind of like sea salt or
Oh
sugar?
yeah, sea salt, whatever, like just salt, and just mix everything up and rub everything through. Put that on a tray, with some little baking, lined with baking paper. Put that in the oven at like 200 degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit. Again, the actual measurement of um, temperature Celsius. Put in like 200 Celsius in the oven for like 40, 50 minutes. That's like a treasure because it's so easy and it's lovely. So that's one of my favorite things to make. There you go. I did the there you go thing again. Fucking hell.
Okay, next question. Let's see. Desert island.
No one. I want to be by myself.
Okay.
Because
Why?
if you're gonna be stranded on a deserted island with one person, you're gonna start to hate that person after a while. You're gonna get annoyed with that person. So just by myself, please. Um, a cell phone, a strong enough signal enhancing equipment thingy antenna to get a
So
signal out.
satellite phone then, basically.
What?
Satellite phone.
Satellite phone. That's the one. Thank you very much. You're a smart man. You're a smart man, Thomas. Satellite phone. Maybe a book to read for the few hours it's going to take them to get there, and a few beers.
Do you like reading books?
I love books. Yeah, I love books.
What's the last book you read?
The one that I finished because I'm reading something right now, but it's just a stupid Star Trek novel. I just finished it the other day. I couldn't remember the last time I read that, so I read it by Stephen King.
Okay. What book have you read the most? Have you read any book a couple of times?
I read a lot of books several times. The same goes for movies. Movies, books. I reread things. I rewatch things because I can always get pleasure out of either the same moments or discover new things. June by Frank Herbert is one that I've read several times. There's a few things that I reread often. So there's the Dark Tower series by Stephen King, which is a favorite of mine, and I will definitely get that in a tattoo at some point in my life. Then there's of course the Lord of the Rings, and Lord of the Rings is something. The Lord of the Rings is something that you basically have to read once a year for me. And June, the first June by Frank Herbert, is a classic. So those are some of the things that I fall back to. And what else is there? There's some Jurassic Park. The original Jurassic Park novel is actually a classic Michael Crichton Luddite sort of look at technology and how technology and advancements in science is something that is both something that we can really get a healthy prospect. Shit, I'm struggling with my English right now because I'm going too fast in my head. So we can get the advancements that we make in science are amazing for our quality of life. But there's also this thing where science is just going way too fast and it's overtaking itself and overtaking us, and it's hampering us in our development as human beings. For me, I don't have a Luddite fear against technology. I absolutely don't. I love technology, and I would like to have a lot more of it. But the original Jurassic Park novel is one of the classic examples of Michael Crichton using that sort of point of view. Like, we need to be careful with technology. Don't let it overtake us. Use it within reason and within measure to make day-to-day life better without overshadowing us and actually giving it the ability to destroy us. I
Okay.
think, I guess. Sorry. Am I preaching? If I'm preaching or if I'm overdoing it, say so and just
No,
bump in the
no, you're very interesting. Yeah. Brendan has a question for you.
brake. So basically any amazing tasty beer that I can share with friends. I think that's uh Borev's, the Borev beer festivals that I've been to, but also there's just the bottle shares I've had with friends here in the house, were amazing. Those were some of my great experiences. Um, the first time I've experienced an actual proper Rauchbier, not Rauch beer, Rauchbier. Um, that the first time I experienced one of those, the first time I experienced a real proper imperial stout. Those little things, yeah, those were some of my best moments. I wrote June before you mentioned it. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
he had it up here.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
cool.
Next question. If it will come up. My internet is lagging like hell. Money was no object. What would you do all day?
Ooh. Uh, wow. Um, there's so many things. There's so many things. There's so many movies I would like to see. There's so many shows that I would still want to binge. There's so many books I want to read. I would, again, because money was no object, I would want to get like a car, like again, I want to get a Skyline and learn how to work on that because I'm not very much of a mechanic, but I'd love to learn. I know my basic things, but I'd like to learn more. So I'd like to take apart a car and just rebuild it. I would like to. Yeah, I would be able to. God forbid if I ever found somebody, I would like to take the time to actually properly raise a family and be there as a parent. You know, that would be amazing. Cook many meals and learn how to make more interesting things and develop techniques to learn how to make proper meals and great food for friends and family and exercise a little bit more probably. Uh, Smoke weed every day. Probably would not smoke weed every day, but maybe smoke it once or
Okay,
twice.
this is money for one day. You've unlimited amount of money for one day, and you can spend it however you like. So a credit card with no limit. What would you do?
I would pay the mortgage of my parents, my sister, my brothers. Would pay their mortgages off. I would set aside a bank account that would set up life for my little two little nieces and my nephews. And like I said, my oldest nephew, actually has a little girl right now, so he would be amazed with that. Probably pay his mortgage as well. Um, I would. Um, I would go to America. I would visit friends there, people that I really want to just say. I would visit those people and say thank you for inspiring me, thank you for entertaining me, thank you for the same thing goes for the UK. People that I know there, thank you for making me laugh in the last few years. Uh, yeah, stuff like that. I
Okay, that's
guess.
pretty good.
Thank you.
Family traditions. Do you have any?
Not really. No, I don't really have. I don't really. We don't really have family traditions. We are very tight as a family, by the way. Thank you, James. We don't really have any family traditions, but we are very tight as a family. We are very close knit. We are very much, uh, you know, don't mess with us. Don't mess with either one of us, or you're gonna stuff like that. You don't want to be part. You want to be part of the family. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have any actual traditions. What do my favorite childhood memory? I don't know. Favorite childhood memory.
Christmas was that big? Would you use or any favorite Christmas presents if you celebrate Christmas?
Oh no, we do the thing here in the Netherlands where Christmas is based on, which the Americans stole, and then it became a thing at some point. Well, not the Americans stole it, the way that American people. So Santa Claus is based on Saint Nicholas, and Saint Nicholas is actually a tradition that we've had in the Netherlands um, for God knows how long, and that was taken to the states and other countries. They do that as well. The state. I'm just mentioning the states right now because that's the most thing that people have with Christmas during presents during Christmas. UK has it as well, but it's all based on the same figure, Saint Nicholas. The traditions went kind of separate ways. So there's a Saint Nicholas, the Santa Claus that is based on, I think, was it an old Russian tradition? Who did the thing
Turkey,
during
wasn't it?
Christmas? I could be, and the one we have in the Netherlands, it's celebrated on the December the 5th, where we have the Black Pete thing going on. You know that story?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the one that we have. But for the last 10 to 20 years, giving Christmas presents has become a thing in the Netherlands. So we're doing it a little bit, but that's mostly because of that's where the entire United States thing came from. It's because movies and everything, people start doing Christmas presents and stuff. Because the entire idea of giving presents during Christmas isn't, of course, just America. It's the UK as well, but it's all based on that same character. But the way that we have Sinterklaas, Saint Nicholas, is based on several kind of things, mostly Saint Nicholas, and the way that Saint Nick, Santa Claus, is based on Saint Nicholas, but also other aspects, other traditions. Involving giving presents, but then during Christmas, and it all came sort of, I mean, you have to realize, by the way, the Santa Claus that people now know, the Jolly Good Fat Man, is basically an invention from Coca-Cola from the
Yeah.
early 1900s. So,
Because the original one was kind of green. He had a green coat, and wasn't it, or something?
Yeah, I think it has some. I think the Santa Claus for Christmas it found its origin somewhere in a Russian tradition, I believe.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, Mark, how you doing? Favorite childhood memory? I can't really.
Okay.
And did you have a happy childhood? Honestly, no.
Yeah, I think you've answered that before, so I kind of
Yeah.
move on.
Is your glass half
empty or
full?
half full?
Depends on my mood.
Is your glass half? Pick it up and see how is your glass actually half empty or half full. It's empty.
This
There you
is
go.
my life. This is my life. That little bit of dreg in the bottom. That is basically how fucking full my glass is. No,
You check
when it
anything.
comes to is your glass half full or half empty, it depends on my mood. Sometimes I can be very, very, very positive, and I'm going to say it's half full, and sometimes I'm just very negative, and it's half empty. If I collect anything, I collect a lot. I've collected a lot of stuff throughout the years. As you can see, there's some swords there. I collected those. I'm not talking about cheap stainless steel China-made wall hangers. Those are actual, custom-made swords. I used to collect a lot of Star Trek stuff. I still have a lot of the books. I used to collect whiskey, single malt whiskey. Stopped doing that because that was very expensive. Am I an introvert or an extrovert? Yes.
Yes, what?
Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Yes.
Okay.
I
So
can be
you're
both. I can be very outgoing. I can be very much an extrovert, and then I'll have a day or days where I just basically hardly check messages. I won't answer the phone. The curtains won't go up. The blinds won't go up. I'll just have everything shut off, and I'll just sit on my couch in sweatpants and a sweater, and I'm just gonna watch TV, and I'm gonna be an extra introvert all day, and then everybody can go fuck themselves. So I'm a little bit of both.
okay. Yeah, go to the comments and Brendan's made some good points made. Brendan's sad.
Well, it's sort of like it's more like a small Weiss glass. It's like 40 centiliters. I use it for pilsners or just easy drinking.
Okay. What's your warning label?
Well, we had a few of these questions. The embarrassing moment, strengths and weaknesses. So if you had a warning label, do not approach. Biggest weakness, I like everything. Yeah, I have biggest fear. My biggest fear. Well, that's interesting for somebody who asked this question. Somebody who has a general anxiety fear disorder. My biggest fear is I'm trying to think of this. So, what's my biggest fear? I think uh, not measuring up, not being good enough.
Yeah.
Not being good enough for the ones that I want to be good enough for. You know, like I don't want people to depend on me because that's unhealthy. People shouldn't depend on me, but people should be able to depend on me when they're like, "I need you," and can you help me with this? And if I try to give answers, like I have a situation, can I ask for advice? And if I give advice and it doesn't help or it's the wrong advice, things like that. I kind of fear that. Maybe sometimes I think if I have a big weakness is I tend to be Atlas. I tend to
Okay.
sort of feel like I should carry the world. Like I make sure people are okay. Like I'll take the weight of your shoulders or whatever. And I sometimes realize that my shoulders. I don't know. That sounds like such a like you're trying to make yourself amazing or whatever. But that's not what I'm trying to do. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm.
Last time you cried.
Really cried?
Yeah. So not when you're watching the movie.
Well, it's actually that's. I mean, sometimes watching a movie can trigger emotions in me that I've been really pushing away.
Okay.
And so I don't cry for the movie. I cry for uh, what it brings up in me. You know, last time I cried, really cried, was I don't really remember. Was it weeks or months ago? I don't really like. This is not me trying to be melodramatic. This is me literally not remembering because so much shit has been going on lately in the world. Like the last, it's September for fuck's sake. I don't want to be an asshole, but it was June 2 hours ago. You know what I mean? It was. The time is going so fast. I really don't remember when I cried the last time. If it was weeks or months ago, but it was something reminded me of something, and I kind of broke down, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. And why is because I had a great thing going on, and I didn't anymore. There you go.
Okay. Um,
Hmm.
uh, okay. Next question. Next 5 years, where will you be?
I uh, I honestly don't know because I have no idea where I'm going to be on Sunday. I know that sounds so shit, but um, where do you hope to be 5 years from now? I don't know, man, because I can't think that far ahead anymore. My biggest problem was that I used to always think ahead. Where am I going to be 5 years from now? Where am I going to be 10 years from now? And I kind of forgot what I'm going to do tomorrow. And now I'm at that point, like I don't even really care what I'm going to do tomorrow, let alone 5 years from now. When have you felt the most proud? Probably standing on stage singing.
Okay.
Moments where I'm standing on stage and I'm singing a song and I got the crowd going and I got people roaring and I'm singing like I mean it's not me, it's me, it's my band, but it's not me, it's the song we're doing, but people are engaged and they're getting along because even if we do cover and we do our own stuff,
Yeah.
covers, but if you do a cover and you do it wrong, you're not getting the crowds involved, But so if you're doing it right, you're getting the crowds involved, and people are loving it, and they're shouting, and you get them going, you get them singing, you get them screaming, get them dancing, get them jumping, and you're singing a chorus, and you stop singing, so you want the crowd, and you just get overwhelmed by the volume of the crowd. I kind of feel proud because I know I shouldn't because it's not like I'm doing it, but I kind of feel like I did that. It's the entire band, but I don't know, singing on stage. Yeah. Do I have any regrets? I have so many regrets. I have so many regrets, but you know what? I also don't have regrets because if you have regrets, you're just going to have them weigh you down. If you have regrets, you're going to have them be an anchor on you. If you're going to have regrets, you're going to have them dominate you. And I don't want that. So there are things that I sometimes feel shit. I wish I had done that, but I don't want to regret them because I am, honest to God, more often than not okay with who I am. But at least where I am is because of everything that happened to me. So when I am proud of who I am, so when I am okay with who I am, when I am happy with who this guy is, it's because of everything that happened to me. And if I were to regret those moments, I wouldn't be who I am right now. And when I am okay with who I am, and when I'm not okay, I still don't mind the things that happen because I realize I can fix these things. I can work to make them better. I can work to fix them. I can work to become more. So, yeah. This sounds logical in my head, but I don't know how it sounds to other people. I don't know how it sounds to
No,
you.
it sounds very logical to me anyhow. I don't know how other people are
Okay,
thinking.
good. There you go.
Do you like
Yeah,
honey
good.
roasted
I
peanuts?
love them.
Uh,
Huh?
read the question there.
What?
Questions there.
Oh, sorry. When have you felt most challenged? What are the top 3 things that stress you out? When was the moment in your life you laughed the hardest? Jesus fucking Christ.
You answered the last one, sorry.
When have I felt the most challenged? Oh wow. Can you give me one moment? Give me one moment. Give me one moment, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Because I need to check something.
Okay.
It would have been Christmas. It would have been the bank holiday, second Christmas day.
Okay.
26th. No, actually December 27th, 2018 it would have been, I think. Because it would have been 2018. Gosh, I really need to do my math here. Two and a
Yeah,
half years
that's
ago.
about 3 years ago, isn't it? 2.5 years.
Yeah. It would have been two. So it would have been December 27th. Um, so here's a sad story. Uh, my then girlfriend, the one that was the longest relationship I've had, the one that was at 11 years, she broke up with me on bank holiday, December 26th. So we have a second Christmas day, 2018. The most challenged I've ever felt was December 27th, when I felt thought to myself, how am I going to do this? And I don't even mean being single or whatever, but like I just realized I have a house. I bought a house. I have a future ahead of me right now. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And that's when I felt most challenged, because I had no idea, because I had this life planned out, right? I had this life planned out, things that were going to happen. We were going to get married. We were going to have children. We are going to do the whole shebang, and it did. And we didn't. I didn't. It's not going to happen anymore. And suddenly, this life that I was building towards for like God knows how many years is gone. And that was my biggest challenge. How am I going to do this? Because it sounds so weird, because people are like, yeah, you break up and you fix things. But there's that OCD, there's that anxiety thing, because I was so accustomed to things going to be a certain way. I felt very challenged back then. Like, how am I going to? Here's the
Well,
thing. Here's the thing. It wasn't so much how am I going to deal with being single. That's easy. You just do. You get used to it. And actually you realize that's okay. How am I going to rebuild my life? How am I going to rebuild my future?
yeah, that sounds logical because that person you said was a part of your life for what, 11, 12 years.
Yeah.
So it was there for the good moments, the bad moments. You had plans to make great moments for that person, and they're gone. And that's very hard to deal with. I
Yeah.
don't
Well,
know how
that's
you
not.
get over that.
You do. You get over it. And well, part of you doesn't. I mean, there's always going to be pain. There's always going to be memories, and there's going to be some hard feelings. But you get over it. You do. It's the funny thing is you really start to realize how easy it is when you do. But yeah, it's that challenge. Like you're gonna have to redefine your existence, redefine purpose in life. That's a big challenge, and for some people, that's an easy challenge to overcome. But that was the most challenging, and I'm still sort of overcoming some of those things, because I kind of slacked with it. I kind of felt like, you know what, I'm just gonna reinvent myself, but along the same lines. And now I'm realizing I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know. I'm kind of winging it.
Okay, I'm going through some of these comments.
Okay, I didn't even get the top three things that have stressed me out.
Oh, sorry. Did I go back to?
So long distance traveling, um, being okay with eating junk food, and meeting new people. Those are definitely the three things that stress me out. And the moment in your life you laugh the hardest,
I think
I
you've answered that before, haven't you?
yeah, I could be. I don't know. I just don't really remember it, but it could be. We talk.
Okay. Shark or Square thinks it's like a interview. It's not. It's just some nice questions. Uh,
Yeah, we are.
I
Disco.
I just go. Uh, uh, Kathy, they're just some nice casual questions you get asked on the internet.
I tend to go deep. I mean, ask some of my exes. There you go. Ah, could you cut that out? No, you can't. This is live. Shit. Fuck. Damn it. Okay.
No,
Suggest PS5? What? I don't get it. Pick
cat
a
or
dog
dog.
or cat. No, dog. No, both. I used to. See. Here's the thing. I love dogs, but I always grew up with cats. I never owned a dog. Well, actually, I feel you don't own a dog. A dog, like a cat, is part of your family. You adopt them. There. But I've never had a dog like habitually in my life. but I love dogs. But I've always had cats from the moment that I think the longest I've been without a cat is when here she comes again. When my ex left and she took her cat. I was okay with that, by the way, because I felt it was her cat. But so that was like 2.5 years ago, and that's the longest I've ever been without a cat in my life since I was a little boy. I've always had cats. I love cats. There's something about those little shitheads, those fucking annoying little assholes that just have these personalities. They're ass. They're assholes. They're stupid, annoying little shits. And then they curl up on your lap and they start to purr and they give you a little, they give you these little headbutt things and they lick your face and you're like, oh, and then you start petting them. You're such a cow, fucking hell, scratch you again. And that's cats. I love cats. There you go. So probably both is good. The best presents I ever received.
Must be some presents you got that you like.
There's a few great ones. Wow. I remember going on a first date and I got this amazing book that was basically a comic book history of beer. And that just blew me away. That wasn't a first date. I was like, what the hell is going on? I couldn't comprehend, like, why am I being given this? This is just beautiful. And I had nothing. I felt so bad. I had this amazing comic book. I still have it. I love it. I browse through it often. Another great gift. Let's see. What was some of the best gifts I've ever been given? A stupid hat, like this €3 worth of beanie like hat that I just really loved. A CD. I once got a CD from somebody who was tight on money and gave me this CD that was on sale, but it was Thin Lizzy. It was a Thin Lizzy album. And I adore Thin Lizzy. I think Thin Lizzy is just one of the best artists, groups, musicians out there. And I just love Thin Lizzy. So that was a great gift. This person it was kind of tight on money. And like, again, it was on sale, but it was just this person knew exactly what I loved, spent some euros that, were kind of tricky. And then I loved that one. God, there were so many things.
Okay.
Little things. But yeah, those are a few that really stand out.
What's the worst present you got then?
The worst present.
Yeah, there's gotta be something you got.
So somebody once gave me this person was very much into things like cosplaying and dressing up for fantasy fairs and shit.
Yeah.
And actually, for my birthday, she gave me a set of pants to be able to wear with a shirt that I already owned, because I hate doing that. I once bought a shirt for a Ren fair, and I hardly ever wear it. And I don't like the dressing up thing. I never really did. I love cosplaying, but I don't know. Anyway. I never really liked dressing up myself because I think I look ridiculous. But she gave me those pants because, as a selfish reason, like, if I give him these pants, he's going to wear them so we can do the dressy up thing. And I'm like, that's just selfish. You're not giving this because you want to do me a favor. You're doing this because of you. That was probably the worst present ever, because it was such a selfish gift from that other person. Like, I'm giving you something to benefit me.
Okay.
That kind of sucked. But that's, yeah.
Bye, brother.
Now, Brandon. I don't know what XRP is, so there you go.
No.
I had to live in another time period with foreign life. Feudal Japan sounds kind of interesting. I've always been interested in the Viking Age, the Roman Age. Would love to go to like the things like maybe the 2000, 3000, 4000 BC in Egypt, the old dynasties, things there like that. See what that's like. I'm kind of curious about those,
Yeah.
olden times. And what foreign language? Well, if I could learn something, I would love to learn Japanese because I just love. I just love the Japanese. I don't know. There's something weird about the Japanese culture in a very interesting way, and I love the language as well. There's the way that the way that wakarimasu means wakarimasu. Do you understand? Or
Yeah.
wakarimasu, I understand. It's the same phrase, but the way you phrase it, wakarimasen means do you understand? But do you understand is in plural, single, and it all depends on who you're talking to and the way you emphasize it. And I love that little, it makes language more engaging than just very simple words that are clear cut and defined. And I like that. Where do you usually get your news? Just check some local. I just check some news websites. What are some of your own personal goals in the next 5 years?
You've done that.
Get rich or die trying. What would you consider your greatest accomplishment so far? Doing the beer reviewing for 3.5 years already. Still sticking with it. Still doing it. I kind of thought I would give up. Because I would go like, hey, you're an idiot anyway, and you suck at it. And I'm still doing it. So yeah.
Yeah.
If you could get away with anything, what would you do? I'm going to keep that one to myself.
Okay.
It's personal. It's personal. It's not a crime. It's not. But yeah, maybe I'm going to keep.
You definitely can do accents.
Okay, so I don't know because I don't think I'm that good. I think I suck. But I do remember when I was in Scotland about 15 or 16 years ago. People were confused at where I was from because they were trying to figure out where my Scottish accent was from. They were like, that sounds Scottish, but I don't know where it's exactly from. And for people who are from the UK, people who are from Great Britain, people who are from England or Scotland, they will understand the joke behind this. After a while, people were like, I think I got you figured out, you little shite. If I'm listening to you properly, you're not from Scotland at all. I was like, fuck. He says, you're from York. And for those who know, it's just over the border. It's still in England, but it's very close to the border to Scotland. So he's like, you're not Scottish at all. You're from York. So it's like nearly there. I'm not very good at it deliberately, but I do have a tendency, if I listen to it a little bit, I tend to pick things up. But I think the ones that I'm basically the best at is just normal plain American. And I can do basically a little bit of I might say it's like pretty half decent British. It's like a half decent, like generic British accent. You say, donkey, get out of my swamp. Something like that, yeah. No, I suck at it. I suck at the accents. And I know people make fun of me, and that's okay. People can make fun of me. I know people laugh and make fun of my accent, but, fucking whatever. Oh, Jesus, dude. Oh, God. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Wait, here it is. Here's the one that I love. Here's one that I really love. Give me a moment.
Okay, people, Travis's link should be up above, but I'm guessing most people have subscribed to him, but go subscribe to him. Go check out his Instagram as
Oh,
well. And please share, like, and subscribe to him and like all his content. Or thumbs down and hit all his content because all counts as views on YouTube's algorithm.
and for the people here who are actually watching this because we shared it on the Facebook page of the Dutch Beer Collective, if there's any Dutch people here, please do like and subscribe to Window Beer Review with Thomas because he does deserve a lot more likes and a lot more subscribes. So there you go. Do please subscribe there. I'm still trying
Definitely
to.
do this,
I'm,
just like and just unsubscribe and block. That's what we want. Uh, one
there's,
last question.
well, I'm still trying to figure out. Oh, here's the one. You asked about my mental health, right? Have you
Yeah,
ever heard? Have you ever heard from a song by Aerosmith called "Fine"?
I think I have. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what "Fine" stands for?
No.
Fucked up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. I'm fine.
Okay.
Last question. Go for it, dude.
If you were standing in front of your 16-year-old self, what advice would you give them?
16-year-old self. What
Yeah.
kind of advice?
Yeah.
When you're 25 and you meet her, don't.
Okay.
No, that's literally it. Don't. Walk away. Walk the fuck away. I know it sounds harsh, but
No, but that's what you want to tell yourself.
I'm not going to be the bitter guy and says like all the negative things and she's this and she's that. The reason is don't because you're going to be better off. Not because she's an evil bitch, not because she's an evil person, not because she's whatever this or this, but it's 11 years of your life that you could have done. Maybe that's the biggest regret. There you go. And I know that sounds cheesy, but that's the one. Yeah, don't. On the other hand, it brought me where I am right now, right?
Yeah, that's the idea, I think.
Yeah.
If you change one small thing,
You know what? No, let me get back to that. Now that I say it out loud, I just hate how awful that sounds. Because the experiences I've had turned me into the guy that I am right now. I don't like what happened in all those years, but they are who I am right now.
that's the part of the question.
And it makes me sound bitter. So honestly, if I were to ever see my 16-year-old self, if I could meet
I
him,
have to buy Google stock.
I would just probably look at him and go like, well, good luck for the next 25 years.
You live, you don't die.
You're still here, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fun, but you're going to get there. And you will have people who are going to help you on the way. You're going to have experiences that are going to suck. You're going to have some amazing moments. You're going to have some horrible moments. And in the end, you're going to be okay. So here's my motto. If you ever want to have a motto, I'll be okay in the end. If I'm not okay, it's not yet the end.
Okay. Apparently, you have your own cookies.
Yeah, man. I guess I do. I don't know what Stuart means with that, but apparently I do.
Okay, I think I have kept you long enough. You've entertained me for an hour and 50 minutes asking my stupid questions.
Hell is gone and heaven's here. There's nothing left for you to fear. Now shake your ass, come over here and scream. I'm a burning effigy of everything I
I
used
think
to
I broke
be.
a pen.
You're my rock of empathy, my dear. So come on, let me
I'm not saying it.
entertain you.
So you're Robbie Williams tribute act.
A little bit.
Okay,
Thank you,
I
Disco.
think we'll say goodbye to everyone. We'll say thank you.
Thomas. No, Thomas. I want to thank you first because this was fun. This was 2 hours, and they went past as if they were nothing.
Yeah.
They went by as if they were one of the most enjoyable 2 hours that I've had, and they really were. You had some insanely good questions. You had some very weird, trippy questions. You've had some very deep questions. You've had some very fun questions. I also want to thank you because you said, like if there's stuff that you don't want to answer or anything, but I just want you to be aware of the fact that you're really putting yourself out there by doing these things. And I find that quite admirable and I find that quite amazing. Like asking all these people on YouTube, like, can I interview you? Can I ask you questions? And,
Yeah.
the way that people respond to your questions, asking these questions, it can be it can be intimidating. It can be a bit scary, but you're still doing it. And I'm like the 20th, I think, 21st.
Yeah, you're 21st.
21st. There you go. So that's pretty intimidating. It's pretty scary. Like asking people questions like this and how are they going to respond and what's going to happen? Like, oh my god, what the fuck? Wow, and you're still doing it. Fucking admirable, dude. Like, holy shit, fist bump, brother. That's like pretty awesome. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Because we haven't, I think we've been on 1 or 2 live streams. I can't remember together. Yeah, but we haven't really talked to each other. I know I've watched you with the other lads before, but that's about it. And other people I haven't talked to them before. Like a PA on last week hadn't been on a live stream with him before. Hadn't talked to him.
He's a fucking asshole. He's a fucking beautiful, weird asshole, isn't he? I love that guy.
Yeah, he's not watching. It's okay. He won't watch 2 hours of this, so.
I don't care, man. He knows how I feel about him. I want to shag him, and I want to be with him, and I want him to be my life mate, and he knows this, so it's okay.
Okay, I think we will end it there, and we will say thank you to everyone who has watched.
Cheers, man.
If anyone's watching on the replay, thank you as well. And
let's see if I can do this. It's fucking amazing, man. I really love being around here, and thank you for having me on. And
why are you doing the Welsh accent now?
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's just what did it sound like?
Colin Farrell, which is American accent.
Oh, there, fuck. I fucked up.
Okay, we will say goodbye and
cheers, man.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Thomas won't be doing any more Irish accents anymore.
No.
Make the right button, and we'll say.